Two Aspects to Bhakti-Yoga to Consider by Krishna's Mercy. Ye tu sarvani karmani mayi sannyasya matpara ananye naiva yogen mam dhyayant upasate tesham aham samudharta mrityu sansar sagarat bhavami na chirat parth maya aveshit chetasam. Quote, "For one who worships me, giving up all his activities unto me, and being devoted to me without deviation, engaged in devotional service, and always meditating upon me, who has fixed his mind upon me, O son of Pritha, for him I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death." Lord Krishna, Bhagavad-gita 12:6-7. 1. The implementation is easy. With Vedantists, monists, impersonalists, scholars of high repute within the Vedic tradition, insert your preferred term, there tends to be a common outlook when casting an analytical glance towards those who worship in devotion. The belief is that the devotees, the ones following Bhakti-Yoga, either explicitly through instruction offered by a guru or aligning with the practices steeply rooted in the heritage of the family, are less intelligent. For sure, there is appreciation for what they do. After all, they are working their way up to a higher level of thinking. Once they practice enough in worshiping a specific form, in seeing the divine with features, they will eventually leave the practice behind. The Saguna is helping them to realize the Nirguna. As evidence for their outlook, the people passing judgment point to the demographics of the typical population of devotees. Women and children, all respect to them, but they are not known to be intellectually inclined. Put the big football match on television in the afternoon, and the men will be discussing the particulars of the strategy, the statistical comparisons, and the temperament of the coaches. The women, meanwhile, will focus on the color of the uniforms and what the wives sitting in the stands are wearing. And just what exactly are the worshippers doing? They are singing songs. They are repeating mantras such as Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. They are arranging flowers into a garland to be offered to the deity, which might be a statue or a painting. At a personal level, they dress nicely. They apply sacred markings known as tilaka on various parts of the body, and they partake of sanctified food known as prasadam. Weighed on the scales of difficulty with the strict requirements of sannyas, renunciation, and study gyan on the other side, it becomes obvious that there is no comparison. The path of gyan is much more difficult. The same for yoga in the sense of mysticism. Krishna himself describes the ideal conditions for success in mystic yoga. The recipient of those words, Arjuna, did not end up following through on that path. Shucho deshe pratisthapya sthiram asanam atmanah natya uchritam nati nicham chailajin kushottaram tatraikagram manah kritva yat chittendriya kriya upavishyasne yunjad yogam atma vishuddhaye. Quote, "To practice yoga, one should go to a secluded place and should lay kusha grass on the ground and then cover it with a deerskin and a soft cloth. The seat should neither be too high nor too low and should be situated in a sacred place. The yogi should then sit on it very firmly and should practice yoga by controlling the mind and the senses, purifying the heart, and fixing the mind on one point." Lord Krishna, Bhagavad-gita 6:11-12. Even karma yoga appears to be more difficult. You have to go to work. You have to endure the difficulties. You have to work hard to produce results, which are known as phalam or fruits. You then have to renounce interest in those very results that you worked so hard to produce. Sitting down and chanting seems much easier than following any of these other paths. In spite of the relative ease, at least there is something available for the common man. In this sense, Bhakti-Yoga is like mercy extended from the divine, lending a helping hand to those who are not equipped for the rigors of the higher practices. 2. The decision is difficult. At the same, some of the most renounced people ever to grace this earth are known to follow Bhakti-Yoga. Someone like Shukadeva Goswami literally took birth as a renounced person. He had no interest in material life. Women of the community were not ashamed to accidentally expose themselves in front of him, for they understood that he took no interest in such affairs. Someone like Vyasadeva is intelligent enough to compile massive amounts of literature. If we took the sum collection of Sanskrit sound attributed to him and fed it into a language-learning model, the machine would likely crash. There would be justification for spinning up a separate, dedicated building with cooling features and all. Just to ask a question, researching into the work of Vyasadeva would consume considerable amounts of heating and cooling resources. Someone like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommends that everyone follow Bhakti-Yoga. He can explain the principles behind the decision. He reveals to the world the timeless truth of Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva. The living beings are like God. They are the same as Him. They are also different from Him. This simultaneousness, oneness, and distinction is impossible for the mind to conceive. Bhakti-Yoga is the way of life that results from that relationship. This means that Bhakti-Yoga is life itself in the purified form. While the implementation appears to be easy, the decision is anything but. The decision requires relinquishing the fight. I will not be able to break my way into a house of enlightenment. I will not be able to mechanically work my way towards the highest state of being. I am capable, but I am also dependent. I have choice, but there is also interference. I cannot put the weight of the world on my shoulders. I cannot replicate what Krishna did in lifting Govardhan Hill to protect the innocent people of Vrindavan. Varishtindre Vraj, Kopadbhagnamane Tivihval, Gotra Leela Tapatren Trato Bhadranugrahnata. Quote, O sober Vidura, King Indra, his honor having been insulted, poured water incessantly on Vrindavan, and thus the inhabitants of Vraja, the land of cows, were greatly distressed. But the compassionate Lord Krishna saved them from danger with his pastime umbrella, the Govardhan Hill. Uddhav, Srimad Bhagavatam, 3.233. The decision is difficult because I have grown accustomed to challenging, to working for my own interest in trying to reach the position of Almighty through personal effort. The devotees may appear to be simple in their behavior, but just see how intelligent they are in the decision they have made. They believe the promises from Bhagavad-gita. They are prepared to reach for the hand of rescue kindly offered to them to finally bring relief from the ocean of suffering that is a material existence. In closing, from ocean of suffering and grief, helping hand of relief. From Krishna himself extended, for too long his role pretended. Simple or less intelligent considered, but actually most fortunate, delivered. Since never into Vaikuntha can break, only when properly qualified to make.